Hello YouTube, this is AB here. I'm going to show you how you replace the Briggs Stratton engine starter. Frankly, yesterday I went to start my lifted go-kart, which that's what this is. My homemade lifted go-kart. I built it out of a lawnmower. I went to start this thing up. The starter gear stripped out. I already changed the gear, frankly. But I do still have the old one right here. I can tell I just changed the whole starter. It'll be easier to do all that. See, it still got mud all over it. The starter still works. There ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just the gear stripped. As you can see, the teeth are just gone. You see they're down low here and up high here. I could just flip the gear upside down. That's not enough plastic to move this engine's flywheel. And normally what you want to do is, if you have a plastic gear on your starter, you want to put a plastic gear, because that means your flywheel is aluminum. But I didn't have another plastic gear. I only had a metal one. So right now it's just metal with metal. That's really not good. You easily mess one of them up. But, I gotta do what I could do. Only for right now. I'll put a proper gear on it eventually. But what you gotta do is a little 11mm nut right here. You don't take the back one off. You gotta leave that on. Just loosen this one up. Once you crack it loose, it'll come right off with your fingers. Take the wire off and make sure the wire does not touch ground. It can cause damage. Or you can just unplug the positive wire or the negative. Either one. Just unplug the battery. And then there's a bolt here. And there's usually a bolt here. Like you saw mine's missing right here. It's over here, right here on the floor. Something happened. It stripped the threads out inside the block. So I had to re-tap them. But normally, also before you get to these bolts, or this, there's usually a plastic cover right here. It bolts in here, and it bolts in over here by the dipstick. It goes behind the dipstick, so you also have to undo the clamp up here from the dipstick. Move the dipstick out of the way, just to take this off. And normally they look like this, the plastic piece. Well, V-Twin don't have these. Theirs is different. See, it goes on like this. But you see, this part has to go behind this dipstick tube. But they're actually supposed to be black. I painted mine silver to make it look better. But, once this is off, you can easily bolt this back on. And you can take the starter off. I left my plastic piece off because, for the simple fact, I've been having starter issues. Like, I'm constantly stripping out gears. I don't know why. And then it might be the reason why. Because probably that bolt comes loose, and that came loose, and it just flops around, and hardly touches, and it just strips it out. So now I can actually turn it over. See, this starter is originally off of OHV. That's why it's looks like that. You see that little clip in there? Take that clip off, pop this top off, spring out, and you actually take the gear off. That's only with an OHV starter. But this kind of starter is different. This one See that hole? That's actually a pin. Put a flathead screwdriver down in there. Smack the screwdriver with a hammer. Knock that pin out. And this top will come off. Then the starter gear will come off. And it's easier to just change the whole entire starter. Because these pins are a pain in the butt to mess with. These bolts back in here, sometimes are 1/2 inch, sometimes are 9/16. Like, frankly, mine's a 1/2 inch. And like I said, that's 11 millimeter. The bolts to put these in, I don't know what they are. I used a pair of pliers to take them out. I took them out a while ago. But before it snows, I will tell you guys this. I want to put my chains on the tires. And I'm going to take you guys back in the woods. We're going to go off-roading with her. This go-kart's pretty awesome. I mean, like, just big. It's massive. It's pretty much unstoppable. My little cousin was driving it back in the woods. Went through some clay, and it went straight under the water in mud. But my downsides about this go-kart, the steering sucks. Like, it takes some wide turns, and it's hard to turn. And it is slow. So you see that big pulley down in there? I gotta change that to a small pulley, and it'll be fast. And as you can tell, I also got a windshield on here. I'm glad I did. Because the trails I ride through, you get hit with branches and that. And they hurt. And as you can tell, I got a piece of angle iron hanging off the roll cage over here. This side used to look like that, but I cut it off and something happened to my grinder. It stopped working. And these welds on top of the roll cage broke. As you can tell, they're boogered. Which I didn't mean to do it. It just happened. It's broken. But I can't do nothing until next month till I get money. I also made the control panel. Like, actually cut it to size and shape. See, somebody bent it all up. Pushed the controls in. I got a voltage gauge on here. I got lights, ignition, until the battery's dead. But that'll be it today. I might make another video later on. Like, share, subscribe. AB out.